problems at holiday cooking is how to make products using plant-based formulas to replace the things you've traditionally used to, like turkey. And what today we're going to show is a very delicious turkey roast using plant-based products. I'm going to review for you the ingredients. We have here 3 cups of grated smoked turkey. I've chosen Worthington Smoked Turkey. It comes in a roll like you see here. I've actually used about 3 inches of that and I've grated it. But if you have difficulty finding this, you can use Tofurkey products or any other soy-based smoked turkey product. You need 3 cups of that grated. We have 1 large onion chopped finely, 1.5 cups of celery. I've used Pepperidge Farm herb season. It's nice to have the herb seasoning. You can make your own bread seasoning, but then you would have to dry the bread, herb it, but you could do that. I'm just using the easy way out. And we have 1 container of Tofurkey sour cream, 1.5 cups of water, and we're going to use a little bit of olive oil to saute our onions and celery. So let's get started. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil into our electric skillet, and we're going to place 1.5 cups of celery. And I have this at about 350 degrees. You would want it at a medium temperature if you're doing it on the stove. And I have 1 large onion. And we'll saute those and basically look at the onions until the onions kind of get translucent. You wouldn't really need to do this, but if you don't, oftentimes when you're going to bake this, when we're all done, we're going to bake it. You could bake this without this being cooked, but sometimes the celery will still be quite crunchy and the onions might not be completely cooked. So I just found that it's better to saute them first. Then we're just going to put all these ingredients together. We're going to put it in a bundt pan and we're going to cook it, bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes. So our onions are fairly translucent now. They don't need to be completely sauteed like you would typically do. They just need to be kind of pre-cooked. We are going to bake this in the oven, and that's going to continue cooking these. So we're going to put all of our ingredients into this stainless steel bowl, and we're going to then mix it up. We're going to put it in a bundt pan. And then bake it. So I'm just going to add all of these ingredients together. Again, we have 3 cups of grated soy-based smoked turkey. I'm going to put in 1 container of Tofurkey sour cream. I'm going to put in 16 ounces of the Pepperidge Farm herb seasoning. Now, they don't come in 16 ounces. This is actually 12 ounces, and you only need 16 ounces, but I don't like to waste, so I'm actually going to put in both of these complete containers. It's not going to affect it much because it's going to just add more stuffing to it. But the recipe is really 16 ounces. We're going to put in 1.5 cups of water. And that should be sufficient water. If it's not, and we'll look at the end product, we're going to mix all of this up. When it's all mixed up well, we're going to put it into a bundt pan which has a little bit of olive oil on the surface. We're going to bake it in the oven for 45 to 50 minutes at 350 degrees. Baking it a little longer is not a big problem. If you want it to be a little more crusty on the side, that's fine. You can bake it up to an hour and that will be okay. This looks like it's about enough water, and we just need to mix it up well. You'll notice it's starting to cling to itself, and that's just about the amount of moisture you want. So we're going to put this all into a bundt pan. And that's pretty much what happens when you, fortunately our countertops are very clean. You want to just put this into the bundt pan, press it down firmly. You can see how I'm taking out most, if not all, of the air cavity. You want that to be nice and firm because if you don't, it's going to end up with a void. And you want this fairly flat on the top because, as you'll see when we get to the end, we're going to invert this onto a very nice plate for display. And it's nice if you start out by this thing being flat on the bottom, because this is going to be the bottom of it and the bunt portion is going to display. It's going to be a very beautiful holiday turkey roast that everybody's going to like. I've actually served this side by side at other people's homes where they had turkey, and I brought this as our contribution to the meal, and people have eaten this and they go, I don't have to eat turkey. This tastes just as good. If you just make this for me every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, I'll be fine. So there you have it. Our turkey roast. It's nice and smooth on the bottom. This is going to be the bottom because we're going to flip it over. And we're now going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees, 45 to 50 minutes. So we've taken our beautiful turkey roast out of the oven, and doesn't that just look gorgeous? We're going to show you how to put it out onto a plate. We've chosen a nice decorative plate. We're going to invert the plate this way. Make sure you leave the mitts on. And then we're going to invert this, and when it falls out onto the plate, you'll hear it, and then you know it's done. If it doesn't come out, you got a bit of a mess. It came out. I heard it. I'm going to move this to the middle of the plate, and I'm going to take the bunt pan off. Voila! There you have it. Turkey roast. Beautiful demonstration. Some people actually choose to put cranberry sauce in the middle, some sprigs of sage or mint around it. Makes a beautiful centerpiece and also something everybody wants to eat. Enjoy.